Hello, heroes of Aeternum. Today we are going to discuss 5 important things that you need to know about expeditions in New World. We will also preview the newest release of the Expedition promo, and we will work our way through one of the biggest additions to New World. These expeditions will present difficult PvE content into the game that has layers of challenges that will test even the best 5-man teams. So sit back, relax, and let's journey through episode 4 of Aeternum Awaits together as we discuss some important things every hero needs to know before heading into the New World expeditions. The first thing that you need to know before going into an expedition is that the corrupt, the ancient, and all of the different mob groups that you will run into have secret languages. Now, these secret languages can be deciphered, and they will reveal deeper content, bigger rewards, and layers of puzzles, clues, and hints that you need to solve. Now, one thing that I will add to this is that every single expedition experience will not be the same because there's certain actions and activities that trigger the language. So sometimes you will go in there, maybe be successful, maybe not, and not trigger the dialogue. But there are functions that do trigger the dialogue, and each situation will be different from another. The second thing that you need to know about expeditions is the content will be harder. The mobs will be bigger and they will be tougher. The gatekeepers will be like bosses used to be in most games, and the bosses are on a whole different level in New World. This has been done intentionally by the makers of New World, and they want the PvE in these expeditions to be something truly special that will challenge even the best 5-man teams. The third thing that you need to know is that potions and food will matter. Do not go into an expedition unprepared, or it will surely cost you at some point in the expedition. These expeditions will be long and tedious. You will get hurt. You will need food and potions in order to survive, as well as teammates that work together. The fourth thing that you need to know relates to the first thing about the secret languages. Not only will there be riddles, puzzles, and clues related to the secret languages, but you will also run into carvings, all sorts of different ancient artifacts that will give you hints and clues, and you're going to have to discover what it all means. A large part of the expedition's experience is you discovering the truth about what happened to the ancients. The fifth and final thing that you should know before you go on an expedition is that when you go on them, you should expect to find rare and powerful items as your rewards. So let's take a few minutes and watch the actual promotion that the devs have just released for the New World expeditions. It's a fantastic look at this aspect of the game, and they just seem to outdo themselves each time they make a new promotion.
Welcome to Expeditions, 5-player dungeon crawls that will take you deep into the darkest and most perilous recesses of Aeternum. In Expeditions, you'll face unique and challenging foes, solve elaborate riddles and puzzles, and discover rare and powerful items that will aid you in your journey through Aeternum. Today we'll be taking a look at the Lazarus Instrumentality, an expansive subterranean ruin filled with ancient secrets where something stirs deep in the dungeon's heart. As you coordinate your team to tackle the expedition, you'll want to remember a few key factors. Expeditions are meant to be some of the most challenging missions in New World. Make sure your team is properly outfitted with potions, tinctures, coatings, and ammunition. The wisest adventurers will also make sure to strategize team roles, with players designating healer, tank, and DPS responsibilities accordingly. With your preparations complete and your team assembled, it's time to descend into the Lazarus Instrumentality. Enemies and expeditions will be plentiful. In this mission, you'll be facing a variety of ancient foes. Ancients wield powerful magical attacks and can switch from close range to ranged combat in an instant. As you progress further into the level, you'll come across puzzles that will test your wit as well as your fighting prowess. For example, this glyph puzzle will require your team to seal a network of doors by triggering a series of switches etched upon the dungeon floor. Each expedition is filled with unique lore that will help you achieve a deeper and more nuanced understanding about the history of Aeternum, the secrets of the island, the true nature of Azoth, and the truth behind what happened to the ancients. You'll also occasionally encounter unique NPCs in expeditions. Here, Scylla has a task for our adventurers. While some of these characters have good intentions, there are also those who only wish to stifle your party's progress. And while no expedition is complete without a boss encounter, it turns out Scylla was only the gatekeeper for an even more dangerous and mighty foe. While we'd love to show you more, we think the best way to experience an expedition is to play it yourself. The Lazarus Instrumentality is but one of the many epic and challenging expeditions available on Aeternum. We can't wait for you to discover them along with the countless other adventures available to you in New World. New World releases August 31st, 2021, with a closed beta beginning on July 20th. Make sure to follow us on Twitter for the latest updates and news about the game, and we can't wait to see you on Aeternum later this summer.
I am very impressed with the New World expeditions. I think that this is just one more way that the devs are going to separate this game from everything else, because the content is going to be very tough. I do think that PvP is going to work out, but as far as these expeditions go and the quest line that you take while leveling up your character, I just think that they are really offering something special and unique. The graphics are just simply stunning, and I think the quest line as you level your character, the grind, is going to be something special too. And I just think that this game has a whole lot going for it that other games just can't match. Thank you for listening in on this week's episode 4 of Aeternum Awaits. I look forward to seeing you soon in game when we visit Aeternum together.